it's Desiree here from I Can You Can Vegan, and today we are going to be talking about all things Weight Watchers. Confession, I've shared this in my stories on Instagram already, but I have been doing a Weight Watchers since October of 2022. I got a few questions about why I am on Weight Watchers. Obviously, it's because I'm trying to lose weight. Back in September, October, I had just come back from a trip to Chicago, had a fantastic time, ate all the good food, and I was looking at some pictures when I came back and I was like, who's that girl? That's not me, but it was me. Okay, I need to do something about it. Y'all know I had my little baby back in 2021. I breastfed for a year. And I think that definitely helped me to kind of like regulate my weight because I was outputting so much. Your body is burning calories that you're completely unaware of. So when I stopped breastfeeding, I noticed that my weight had picked up, but y'all, I just didn't realize how much it had picked up. It wasn't apparent to me until I got back from that Chicago trip and saw them pictures and was like, who is this girl? Okay, girl, you gotta get yourself together. I had actually kind of done Weight Watchers back in, I don't know, back in college. I forget what year it was, but my parents had done Weight Watchers and they had fantastic results. Like both of my parents were snatched, looking good, feeling good about themselves. And so they let me use their materials to, you know, come up with my own Weight Watchers plan, but I never like went to meetings. It was never official. I never had actually joined. I just used some of their stuff that they had on hand already. So I did it. I gained the freshman 15. I lost it that summer when I went home, and I went back to being my normal size and weight and feeling good about myself again. So that was my prior experience with it. So that was probably like 2008 or something. So it was a long time ago. But anyway, since then I've always kept that Weight Watchers experience in my back pocket because it actually worked, and I liked it because I didn't feel like I was restricting myself. Like I knew I could really eat whatever I wanted to. I just needed to stay within a certain point range. So anyway, fast forward to where we are now. When I figured I needed to lose some weight, Weight Watchers popped into my head immediately. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this thing for real this time. I'm gonna sign up for the program. I'm gonna do the virtual experience. I didn't really want to attend meetings because I don't need to. I have very, very strong willpower. So when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. So that's what I did. I signed up for Weight Watchers, and the next day I was on the program. How Weight Watchers works, I'll give you a brief overview, if you will. So basically you sign up for the program, you download the app, and if you're doing like the digital one like me, you don't have to go to any meetings or whatever. But what's cool about it is that you actually have a virtual coach at your fingertips. So if you have questions about the plan, you can go and ask somebody. But anyway, in the app, it helps you keep track of all of your food. So you're gonna keep track of everything that you eat throughout the day. Upon downloading the app, it's gonna ask you some questions about like, you know, your current weight, what your weight loss goals are, what you eat normally, like what kind of diet you have. Then it tells you how many points you get for the day. So your points essentially is the total value of food that you're gonna eat for that day. So for me, I think my points, I think I had like 23 points a day if I'm not mistaken, I think. So you have X amount of points for the day, and basically all of the food that you eat, you have to calculate it, and your goal is to do the 23 points or perhaps less. You do have some rollover, so say you eat 22 points a day, that one extra point is gonna roll over to the next day. You're also tracking your water intake, but just whatever you consume, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, drinks, whatever, track it in the app. Okay, like that's the cut and dry of it. So what's neat about the app is also if you don't know how many points something is, you can, you know, just kind of do a search for it and see if maybe other people have cooked it. You can upload recipes. So if you're trying any of my recipes from my blog and you want to know how many points they are, all you have to do is just plug in the ingredients and it'll tell you, okay, one serving of this dish is gonna cost you 10 points or whatever. So that's essentially how it works. There are some free items, free as in 0-point items that you can have throughout the day. So like for instance, one of my go-to breakfasts is oatmeal. I love oatmeal. We'll eat it like every single day, basically. But I'll show you some examples of the kind of things that I eat on Weight Watchers that have helped me succeed. As an example, my oatmeal is the oatmeal itself is 3 points. So the oatmeal, just by itself, plain Jane oatmeal, 3 points. I also put a smashed banana in it, which is 0 points. And then I also add either fresh or frozen berries to it, like strawberries, blackberries, raspberries, blueberries, that sort of thing. Those are all 0 points as well. And then I put some cinnamon in there, 0 points, and that's my breakfast. 3 points, so that's really good. And that's why I eat it, because it just makes my life so much easier and I don't have to worry about calculating something every single day because I know it's gonna be 3 points. Anyway, you use the app to track everything that you eat and your goal is to stay within your point range. If you do go over, I think that that's normal. I think Weight Watchers recognizes that there are going to be some times where, you know, you're out with friends or something and you're celebrating and maybe you're at a restaurant that you normally would not go to. Everybody has those instances where they are just doing or eating things that are a little out of character for them. So for me, you know, every now and then I like to go out with my friends to celebrate or with my husband on a date or something. And I'll be honest, I don't care nothing about no points.
I'm sorry, what?
But I do plan for that. So if I know I'm going somewhere for dinner that is likely gonna, you know, rack them points up for me for the day, I am mindful of that while I'm eating throughout the earlier parts of the day. So for me, that means eating my oatmeal and maybe I'm cutting that portion in half. So it's, you know, like 2 points instead of 3 points. I'm trying to save points where I can. I'm eating lots of fruit. I'm eating vegetables. Vegetables are always, or are also 0 points, and beans are also 0 points. So I'm eating things that I know are not going to cost me a lot of points. So then I feel comfortable going ham that night. Oh, and in the app, you also keep track of your weight. So it, you know, you input your weight and it'll show you like over time a nice little bar graph, and hopefully the graph goes like this and not like this. But if it goes like this, that's fine too. But the goal is to get your graph to go like that because that indicates that you are losing weight. So on Instagram, in my stories, when I asked my audience, you all, which I hope you all are following me on Instagram, and if you're not, let's get with it. So anyway, when I asked people in my Instagram stories if they had any questions about Weight Watchers, I did get a few really good ones, and I think that these will be really helpful for anybody that's looking to start on Weight Watchers soon. So let's go ahead and get into that. The first question is results. Everybody wants to know about results.
That is correct.
I'm kind of kicking myself because I did not look to see exactly how much weight I have lost on there. But I'd say it's around 20 pounds since October, which to me is fantastic, and I am super proud of myself. I can definitely see the difference in how my clothes are fitting, so I'm very happy about that. So if you're wondering if Weight Watchers works, the answer is yes, it works if you work the program. So if you are putting in the work, you are going to see the results. It may take a little bit of time, but it's going to come. So please be encouraged. Another question, do you eat any of their products? No, I don't eat any of their products. Y'all know I am a vegan food blogger, so I am making food all the time, and I am not a huge snack person. It seems like a lot of their products are snack based and they are not vegan friendly, which is completely fine with me because I don't need that influence in my life. So no, I don't buy any of their products, and they're probably overpriced if I'm being honest. I'm good on that. Do they have a vegan program? Yes and no. There's not like a vegan Weight Watchers program, a vegetarian Weight Watchers program, and then an omnivore Weight Watchers program. It's just Weight Watchers. So you eat whatever you want to eat. And what's cool about Weight Watchers is like in the app, they actually have a barcode scanner. So I love to use this whenever I'm in a grocery store. It's really, really helpful in helping me to figure out what foods to prioritize. So like I'll be in Trader Joe's or something and I pick up something out of the frozen food aisle and I'm like, ooh, this looks good. How many points is it? 7 points. Oh no. Like, yeah, it really helps me get my life together in the grocery store, so I don't even have to bring that nonsense into my house because I know that I am not gonna wanna, you know, spend X amount of points on something so small. So yeah, there's no exact vegan program. You just eat whatever it is that you would normally eat. There's a point value associated with it and you're good to go. What is Weight Watchers like on a vegan diet? It's fine. Like I said, you eat whatever it is that you would normally want to eat. I will say this, I have learned that vegan cheese is really expensive up there. Y'all are gonna hear me say expensive, or like talk about the points as if it were money because that's just how I think about it in my head. So yeah, vegan cheese is really expensive. So one thing that I have learned is like, you know, certain things just shouldn't be used in the frequency that I was using them before. So like, y'all, I would go off with the vegan cheese back in the day, just sprinkling it on everything. And now that I know that, you know, I think shredded vegan cheese is like 5 points or something. I can't spend 5 points on vegan cheese. So usually I just cut it in half, or it's a day where I'm like, I've earned it. I'm gonna eat what I want. And you know, that's totally fine too. But it's just something that has helped me to be more mindful. So Weight Watchers is completely doable on a vegan diet. Whatever your diet is, you can do Weight Watchers. Is it expensive? Okay, this is a good question. I think a lot of people might think that Weight Watchers is expensive and it is not. So, well, I don't think so. It's $10 a month. That is the current rate that I've seen. So $10 a month for 6 months, $60. You get access to a live coach that is, you know, that you can message through the app if you have any questions about anything. They've got the barcode scanner and they're setting you up for success. All you have to do is show up for yourself. That is all you have to do. Put in the work and it will happen. Is it hard? I think this is a tricky question. For me, Weight Watchers was not hard because I am a very disciplined person. So I don't have a problem with commitment. I am always like, that inner voice inside my head is always like, Desiree, you know better than that. Desiree, go ahead and put that down. Like I have really good self-control and I don't like, you know, I don't drink a lot so that I don't have that issue with like wasting calories on frivolous things. Unless it's something that I really want to eat. If you're not disciplined, it's gonna be an interesting ride for you because you don't have anybody to tell you don't eat that, or you know, that's bad for you. Like you don't have a live-in coach that is, you know, watching your every meal, you know, encouraging you to do the right thing. You have to be that person for yourself. Unless, of course, you know, your spouse is doing it with you. Actually, my husband was on Weight Watchers with me when I initially started, but he has since dropped off the program a long time ago. So if you have somebody in your house or in your life or, you know, a roommate, whatever, a friend that you can do Weight Watchers with and you all can be each other's accountability partners, that's golden. One of my friends I'm actually doing Weight Watchers with, we would send screenshots of our food for the day to each other just for accountability, because the Weight Watchers app, of course, encourages you to track your meals. Studies have shown that the more you track, the more weight loss you use, or the more weight loss you have, the more you track. I think I said it right. Y'all know what I'm saying. I think people get the idea that, oh, well, you know, if I'm just eating, you know, a handful of cashews or something, I don't need to track that. Yeah, you do, because them cashews just cost you 6 points and you ain't even know. Weight Watchers has definitely opened my eyes, and I wouldn't say that it's showing me what foods are healthy and what foods are not. It's showing you what foods are gonna help you lose weight and what foods are not gonna help you lose weight. Some foods that are high in points are technically healthy, like nuts. I think everybody thinks that, you know, peanuts are really healthy. Them peanuts gonna cost you 6, 7, 8, 10 points, depending on how much you're gonna eat. And that used to be one of my go-to snacks, was peanuts. I used to love peanuts and dried cranberries. Dried cranberries are also very high in point, or more points than I think that they should be worth. Got back away from the peanuts and the dried fruit. To sum it up, it's as hard as you make it. If you are determined, you have strong willpower, and you know that you can do this and you're gonna stay on top of yourself to reach your goals, it's not gonna be hard for you at all. If you struggle in those areas, it's probably gonna be a challenge for you, and it may take you longer to reach your goals. But don't be discouraged. Best advice, I touched on this a second ago, track. Track your food, track everything you eat. There are some foods out there that you think are healthy, and maybe they are, but those healthy foods are not going to help you reach your weight loss goals faster. Track your foods, use the barcode scanner in there that's in the app, because while you're shopping in the grocery store, it's gonna help get you together real quick. It's gonna help you get your priorities straight, because some of these foods that, you know, are marketed as healthy or you think may be helpful on your weight loss journey, they not. And be honest with yourself, right? Because there's no need in lying to yourself about what you're eating. So if you ate a half a pint of ice cream, track it. You're gonna be disappointed with how many points it is, but go ahead and track it. Because when you see your, when you weigh in that week and you wondering why you gained a pound, you can look back at your week and be like, see where I messed up at. Be honest with yourself and look and see if there was anywhere in the week where you felt like you could have improved. Do I work out in addition to Weight Watchers? Yes, I do. So I felt like the best way for me to really kick up my results was to work out. And I have a love-hate relationship with working out. I enjoy it while I'm doing it, but do I want to work out?
Nope.
Absolutely not. Just the thought of it is like, I don't want to. I like doing fun workouts. I get up every morning and I work out Monday through Friday for at least 45 minutes to 1 hour. I like to do dance cardio. So some of my favorite YouTube channels are Mike Peel Fitness and 8 Fitness. Fit Body by Ashley is great. Tara's Body, I think is her name. Those I do in rotation. They are so much fun to me. The music is live, the dances are fire, and I always leave sweating. So I like doing workouts that don't feel like workouts. So because of that, it makes it actually bearable. So I do that in addition to trying to eat the right foods. Let's see, is there anything else I want to share with you all? I don't think so. I think we're all done here. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you are thinking about Weight Watchers, or if you are on it, let me know in the comments below. I want to know who else is on the same wave as me. If you have questions that were not covered in this video, definitely drop them below and I am happy to answer them if I can. But yeah, if you are on this weight loss journey, please stay encouraged. Please be patient with yourself. You are going to be making a lot of new adjustments, and sometimes those adjustments are easier to handle for some people than others. So you got this. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Hey y'all, I know I said that I was done, but I lied. I couldn't leave y'all hanging. I know I said that I was going to show you some examples of what I eat, so that's exactly what we're going to do right now. First up is a really quick and easy meal that I just kind of threw together. I had some Atlas Monroe chicken strips in the freezer, as well as some cauliflower tots that I thought my kid would enjoy, but apparently he hates them. So now I'm making it my mission to get rid of them. So I'm just gonna throw these in the air fryer and call it a day. This meal is really simple. I'm just gonna season it up a little bit, and it was pretty good. So this meal was actually worth 7 points. Next, I have a spinach pesto pasta that I made, and it was delicious. Normally, spinach pesto or pestos in general have a good portion of olive oil in it, but for this recipe, I decided to reduce it a little bit just to kind of see, if it would still hit the same, and it absolutely did. So this meal was actually 7 points. The pesto wasn't worth a whole lot. I think the pasta is what really set it off here. But even still, 7 points is not a lot for a meal. All right, y'all. So I love making homemade pizza with my son because it's an activity that we can do together. And he actually enjoys putting the toppings on the pizza. So this pizza, believe it or not, was only 4 points. I buy the dough pre-made from Trader Joe's, and then I just throw whatever veggies, or in this case, fruit, I want on top of it. And I always pair my pizzas with a vegetable like spinach or broccoli or just whatever I have on hand so that I can make sure that I'm actually full and feel nourished. Breakfast is one of my favorite meals of the day, so when I want to switch things up from my regular routine with oatmeal, I opt for a tofu scramble because it is so low in point value. I would normally have this meal with toast, but I was fresh out of bread, so I paired it with some veggie sausage that I had in the freezer. This meal was a total of 3 points. The tofu scramble itself was 0 points. The grapes were 0, and the sausage was actually where the points came from. So the sausage itself was 3 points. Y'all, I hope that this was helpful to see some examples of what I eat. Just on a normal day. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Like I said earlier in the video, just eat what you normally eat, but of course modify where necessary so that you can reach your fitness goals or your weight loss goals.